No, I mentioned it last night that the Satmar Rebbe said over from Sar Shalom Mebel's that this Heilige Sar Shalom Mebel's used to say that we say on Erev Shabbos to our wives, Isartem, Eravtem, Hadliku es Haner. So he said that on Erev Yom Kippur, it has the following meaning. Isartem, we already passed Aser Simei Tshuva. Eravtem, it's already past Erev Yom Kippur. Hadliku es Haner, we already lit the candles. And we still didn't do Tshuva. And he says he gave such a krechs when he said it that everybody would be crying. So today we still have an opportunity, L'fnei Hashem Titaru. Let's use it. I'm very impressed by how many people are here staying by the Mishna. I mean, you know, when I used to say shiurim in seminary and in Or Yitzchak, when I finished, or the bell rang, it was like a tornado. And I used to say that I don't know if that fits in very good with what we say, Ashrei Yoshvei V'Yisecha. Ashrei Yoshvei V'Yisecha is the Beis Hashem. It doesn't look like Ashrei. This looks like Ashrei Yoshvei V'Yisecha. It's a very busy time. People have to do a lot of things. And you're still here. It's really, really impressive. So we're holding on this this auspicious day where we learn to be mekayim the mitzvah v'dibarta bam la'aseh nachas ruach liyotzreinu. We learn, sponsored by the Fisher family, the Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi, Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. We learn the Nishmas David ben Chaim, Schus El Yom Moshe ben Chayesara, and Avram ben Benish ben Malki Hudis, from Meir ben Chayesara, and by Yol Klugman and family for their Parnasa Gzun Nachas. So remember, we said that in the event Perek Hey, Mishna Zayin. Perek Hey, Mishna Zayin. So if, remember we said that in the event that the Bavusta businessman, my Shver, arranges, what did I do here? I didn't put it on, okay. No, again. I'm sorry, Rabbi. I coded it in wrong. The Yetzer Hara doesn't like that we're learning now. Okay, again, a good Erev Yom Kippur, everybody. Perek Hey, Mishna Zayin. So if you remember, we said that if my Shver gives me money to deliver him fruit throughout the year, so that could possibly be a problem, because if he gave me money and then the fruit goes up, for the fact that he advanced me the money, right, what I'm giving him higher fruit could be construed as ribbis. But we said that as long as there's a price fixed in the marketplace, so that my shver could buy the fruit even if he doesn't have it, but he could buy the fruit right away, it's considered like it's already by me in his house. And therefore, when he gives it to me, he's giving it to me what's mine that went up in value. But it has to be that the price was already set. Ein poiskin ala peiris, you cannot sell futures in fruit until the price comes out. But once the price comes out, Poiskim, he could pay me in advance for fruit to be delivered later, because even if he doesn't have it in the house, since it's available in the marketplace, it's considered as if my fruit is by him, and it goes up when it's already mine. If, let's say, he's the first of the harvesters, and my shver is an early bird, right? So he's the first. The chiddush over here is that since he has the crops, even though I'm not buying from him raw crops, I'm buying from him processed crops, but it's still considered as if it's by him. So I could stipulate that he should sell me in advance, even the grain that's piled up, even though that grain is still raw, or a vat of grapes, I could buy in advance wine, or if it's in the press, the olives, and even if I'm buying pottery from him and it's still in balls, in clay balls, and I could buy from him plaster as soon as it's mishishiku bakifshin, as soon as it's placed in the oven. Now, I could stipulate to get delivery of fertilizer the whole year, and even if he doesn't have fertilizer is available anywhere, so it's considered as if it's by me already, and if it goes up in value, my item went up in value. Rabbi Yosi says, no, there isn't such a surplus of fertilizer. Ein poiskin ala zevel, he cannot sell me to deliver me fertilizer in advance, unless he had fertilizer, manure in the dump, ready to go and ready to be sold. The Chachamim permit it. We won't go in what's the difference between the Chachamim Basrai and the Chachamim Kamoy now, but the Gemara says there's a difference. In the event, let's say he doesn't have the stuff, he could stipulate with me that in the event that the price goes up, I'm not going to get. When it says kishara gavoya over here, it means that if let's say the price of the produce went down, so now I'm going to get more because of the fact that I advanced the money and I gave him the money. So he could stipulate, listen, if it goes down, you'll take like the higher price, so it shouldn't be construed as ribbis. Rabbi Yehuda says, even if this wasn't articulated ahead, even if they didn't make that stipulation, he could say, in order that it shouldn't be that the advanced sale should not be a problem of ribbis, he could say, Tain li kazeh, give me like the higher rate, so I'm not getting a reduction because I advanced you the money ahead of time, or refund the money. Now, here's an interesting thing. Chaim is my sharecropper. Now, I could lend him wheat to use as seed, even though when he pays me back the wheat might be worth more. No problem. Malva adam es haris of chitin bechitin lezera. If he's using it for seeding, because then we don't construe it as a loan, but we construe it as part of the sharecropper arrangement. Avaloy lechel, because that's what we call sa b'sa. I cannot lend him a sa and he'll pay me back a sa, because if later on the price is more, then that would be ribbis for me waiting for the payment. Shei Rabbi Gamliel, Malva es haris of chitin bechitin lezera. Rabbi Gamliel would lend to his sharecropper wheat to be used as seed and get paid back wheat. However, Rabbi Gamliel, being Rabbi Gamliel was more machmer. And Rabbi Gamliel stipulated, b'yoker b'huzli or b'zol v'hugru, where it was expensive and then went down. Now, where it's expensive and then went down, that's not a problem. But if it was cheap and it went back up in price, so it went up in price, so then if his sharecropper would give him, it would be ribis for him waiting for it, then noitel mehen kishar azul. He would take according to the cheaper amount and not the more expensive amount. Not because the halakha is that way, because we said if it's for seed, we construe it as part of the sharecropper arrangement and not as interest. He wanted to be severe and stringent on himself, also be a good example for everybody. Again, a reminder, everybody, that everybody should ask their spouse for mechila. If there's anybody that you know that you have to ask mechila for, you should ask mechila from them. And the Rabbi Nisham should give us all, Rabbi say, every wonderful people here, person here and their families, a Gemar Chasima Tova Mesuka. Chanani ben Akasha Amaratza Kadosh Baruch